This is the first time that God has told me to definitively tell people, get out of the way of what he's about to do. The Great California Earthquake, July 27th, 2025. So I'm sleeping and I hear a wall of water as far as the eye can see, a wall of water as far as the eye can see, being repeated several times until I came out of sleep. This is what God said to me. The San Francisco earthquake is near. The time is about to come. This is the time that the enemies of Yah will see and feel the power of the Most High God. You are indeed my enemy, America, and now you shall feel my wrath. The day is upon you. Prepare the way of the Lord. Wall-to-wall plate shifts, creating massive tsunamis, devastating flash floods, and multiple fires everywhere. This is how he was speaking in the beginning, not in long sentences, not in long paragraphs, just sentences that I was hearing and writing down. The San Francisco earthquake is going to affect Hollywood and LA. A terrible death toll within the communities of the rich and famous, as walls, homes, and property worth billions of dollars break down in an instant before terrifying natural forces that no one can contain. San Francisco is about to have an earthquake. San Francisco is about to have a shearing of the fault line that will echo up and down the West Coast and cause devastating damage that is worse than all the disaster movies made about it. The Lord says the amount of perversion and sin in San Francisco and the rest of California is what has caused this. Decades-long entrenched sin of how many in that area hate God and how many have nothing but curses for the Most High, reviling when his name is called or even mentioned in a conversation, rejection of the words of the Bible, mocking when the word of God is offered to them. F your God, they say. God must want a bit of this, they say, wiggling their obscene body parts to whoever is speaking to them. The absolute offense is that the godless nature of San Francisco has become the reason why God will allow the tectonic plate to slide away under the water. And that city will slide under the sea. I'm going back to the top. So God is talking about the most devastating earthquake that has ever been seen in the entire northern hemisphere. Wherever else there have been earthquakes, I think San Francisco had a great fire. I don't know if that came from an earthquake or it was just a fire that broke out. I'm sure there have been other earthquakes over the years in California, but this is nothing like we've seen before, because what God gave me in this prophecy is that basically America is going to get helpless and America is going to end up eventually broke off the back of this kind of tragedy. The government actually doesn't have enough money to deal with what's going to happen in California. And so when he was saying a wall of water as far as the eye can see, when I woke up, I was having a brief flash picture like of the only way I can describe it, the way that it keeps coming to my mind to describe it, is just use your arm and imagine your arm is water that is surrounding all along the California coastline, I guess, in the Bay Area, San Francisco. Just imagine your arm is the sea, and the sea had raised up until it was guarding like an arm, a very tall wave where the water had curled up at the top with foam, and it was black. This wave was not blue, it was blackish grayish. So I don't know if the sea has dirt in it or if it was just tumult and rage of the water, but it was not blue. It raised up and it was like a black wave with dark gray foamy head at the top, rushing in like an arm is guarding the coastline, so rushing in huge towards the water. And that is what God was saying, the wave of water. The wave will be a singular wave that if anybody survives to recount what they saw, they will say that it looked as if the wave was a castle wall running as far as their perspective could see up and down the beach. And you have to know, because a beach is flat, that is one huge long wave that God is talking about. And